Here's your wrestling news for April 22nd, 2022. And your headlines for today include Roman Reigns booked for WrestleMania Backlash main event, Bray Wyatt drops cryptic posts about transforming into a monster, Cody Rhodes WWE return criticized for lacking surprise factor, Tony Khan makes light of Cody Rhodes' departure affecting AEW, Kevin Nash pulled into Johnny Depp and Amber Heard lawsuit drama, Triple H comments on how competition with AEW affects WWE, AEW recorded content for video game in Pittsburg after Dynamite, title possibly revealed, Scott Steiner finally opens up about his departure from WWE, former WWE writer reveals how Vince McMahon wanted to package a current AEW star as the Naked Guy, and more. We are kicking off today with Roman Reigns, who for much of his career has been a headliner for WWE, including ending 6 of the past 8 WrestleManias. With that said, Reigns didn't appear on either last week's SmackDown or this week's Raw, leaving fans to question his status going into next month's WrestleMania Backlash Premium Live event. On his show, Dave Meltzer addressed the Tribal Chief's absence and explained that despite not appearing for the past week and little to no story at this time, Reigns is still booked to headline the May 8th event. The last time fans saw Roman Reigns, it appeared that a feud was brewing with Shinsuke Nakamura, but there's been little discussion of a match between the two in the champion's absence. With 16 days left between now and WrestleMania Backlash, WWE still has time to build up the Reigns-Nakamura match, and despite his absence and some rumors online, the head of the table will headline the show. It's been over a year since Bray Wyatt's last match, and ever since his release from WWE in July 2021, Wyatt has remained cryptic about his future. While Bray has said he will wrestle again, there's no word on where or for who, but now the former Universal Champion has given another cryptic update via his Twitter account. In a series of tweets, Wyatt said that he agrees with the old adage of "he who makes a beast of himself gets rid of the pain of being a man," but questioned whether one would feel anything at all if they were a machine. Wyatt added some kind of image which has what looks like a person hooked up to some kind of machinery with several eyes adorning the drawing. The former superstar ended with a single tweet reading, "to be sentient," and this all comes shortly after he changed his Twitter name to a red circle. Whatever Wyatt has planned, he's remaining very cryptic about it, and only time will tell what he does next should he step foot back in a ring. At WrestleMania 38, Cody Rhodes made his return to WWE in what WWE treated as a shocking comeback. While the commentary team may have acted surprised, fans were well aware of Cody's return before the show, as reports of him negotiating and signing with WWE had come out ever since his departure from AEW. When WWE promised a mystery opponent for Seth Rollins, almost everyone figured out it would be the American Nightmare, and during an interview with Wrestling Inc., former WWE superstar Gangrel criticized Rhodes' return. Everybody's got to know something and everybody knows this and that, so there's no surprise moments. Definitely. I believe the mystery is missing in it, and that magic, suspense, and surprise of things. Because everybody speculated he was coming, that Cody Rhodes was coming over, you can't hide anything anymore when it's publicly traded companies. Everything is bound to get out, but I miss that. It hurts wrestling, the fans like me. I like to be surprised. I want to watch something and not guess the outcome. Surprise or not, Cody's return earned a massive ovation from the fans in Dallas and was a huge win for WWE in their battle with AEW, and it remains to be seen where the former TNT champion goes from here. Cody Rhodes sent shockwaves throughout the wrestling world when he announced his departure from AEW and is unquestionably the biggest, most influential name to leave the promotion. On February 15th, Cody, Brandi Rhodes, and Tony Khan all confirmed the departure of the Rhodes via a series of tweets in which all three shared their gratitude while working with each other. This week, the AEW president spoke to TV Insider and when asked about Cody and Brandi leaving AEW, tried to downplay just how much of a big deal this was for AEW. "I thought Revolution was one of the best events we've ever had. We had a good amount of time to prepare knowing that the departure was final. I've had a while to prepare for that transition. I think it was a very successful transition. We had one of our top 2 buy rates in the history of the company, and one of the biggest revenue-generating events we've ever had. Our TV numbers have been tremendous. It was a very smooth transition for us." Tony Khan has made it clear that he has no ill will towards Cody or Brandi, saying that they made the best decision for themselves at this time, but the AEW president is looking to the future of his company. When he first returned to WWE at WrestleMania, Cody came back with the same look he had in AEW, complete with the American Nightmare logo that is tattooed on his neck. It was frankly brilliant strategy from WWE to make it clear that this is AEW's Cody Rhodes who has jumped ship, not the Cody who left WWE in 2016, but this is something that could have been avoided by Tony Khan. While speaking with 83 Weeks spin-off podcast Strictly Business, Eric Bischoff accused Khan of making a huge mistake by not trademarking the logo before Rhodes left for WWE. Bischoff said that Cody owning the logo that he used in AEW is not a one-off, as he pointed out that Chris Jericho has been applying for trademarks on intellectual property that is created while under contract to the All Elite promotion. Saying that Khan should be kicking himself in the balls all day long over not trademarking Rhodes' logo, Bischoff concluded saying that Khan should have tried to negotiate with Rhodes over the trademark that the former TNT champion owns. Now, the American Nightmare logo is being prominently featured on WWE programming and has already made its way onto merchandise for the company, but that could have been avoided, according to Eric Bischoff. For decades, Kevin Nash has entertained wrestling fans, either under his own name or as Diesel, and has made a lot of celebrity friends along the way. This week, though, Nash's name was trending on social media, but it wasn't for anything the two-time WWE Hall of Famer had done in the ring. If you've been following the career of Johnny Depp, you'll know that the Pirates of the Caribbean actor is suing his ex-wife Amber Heard, claiming that Heard defamed him in a 2018 article in which she claims he was abusive. In court, a transcript of text messages were presented in which Depp was infuriated over Heard staying out late for an after-party in November 2014. Fans were quick to deduce that this party was for Magic Mike, which Heard starred in, and she did so alongside Kevin Nash. It wasn't long before a photo of Nash and Heard at the party together spread across social media, though there's no reason to suspect that the former WWF champion had any knowledge of the situation between Depp and Heard at the time. Depp is suing Heard for $50 million in compensatory damages of not more than $100 million, and while it's unlikely that Big Daddy Cool will be forced to testify, Nash's name has been trending due to the lawsuit. However, since AEW started, fans have compared them to WWE, and that's something the All Elite promotion has done themselves, comparing the ratings to the opposition. AEW is the first time in decades that another wrestling promotion has been able to stick it to WWE in this way, but as far as Triple H is concerned, this is a good thing for the promotion he works for. Sitting down with Chris Vanini of The Atlantic, the WWE COO was asked about competition between the two companies and said, "As far as the competition aspect goes, it's great. It makes everybody sharper. You get lazy if you're all there is, and everybody goes about their business. At the end of the day, it'll make us better, and we'll all be better for it. All those things have forced us to be in a better place right now. Not that we wouldn't have gotten there anyway, but we had to do it quicker in some manner. That's an important piece of it, right?" The game compared this situation to the XFL or USFL, saying that they probably won't make the NFL sweat, but will give football fans even more of the game they love. After just 3 years, AEW has already made a huge name for itself in the wrestling industry, and while they may never be able to match WWE's size, global dominance, or profits, the competition they provide has proven to be a massive deal. More from AEW as this week's Dynamite was another big event for the company, as it saw Tony Khan to appear to announce the June 26th Super Show with New Japan, but that's not all Khan had to say. After the cameras stopped rolling, Khan appeared alongside Justin Roberts and Aubrey Edwards and confirmed the name of the upcoming AEW console video game. This new game will be called AEW Fight Forever, and the fans at the Peterson Events Center in Pittsburgh got another big treat for sticking around. After the show, fans were tasked with recording chants for the games, and it's said that crowd chants for FTR, Cash, Dax, Boom, Bebe, Adam Page, and Sting were all recorded. Despite initial reports that the game would be out in 2023, it's since been noted that AEW Fight Forever could be out as soon as this September, and we can only hope the game lives up to the hype after this long wait. Back to WWE, and despite being the boss of the company, Vince McMahon rarely gets merchandise, but that has changed in recent months. Earlier this year, WWE released its now infamous "I'm an asshole" Vince McMahon shirt, and now there's another piece of questionable merchandise fans can buy. On WWEshop.com, fans are now able to buy a new shirt of McMahon, sat at a poker table with the phrase "No Chance" underneath, as well as a $1 billion banknote. Of course, this isn't legal tender as there's no real billion-dollar note, and we imagine that any cashier would be suspicious of any banknote that features the face of the chairman of WWE. Fans won't get $1 billion by buying the shirt banknote combination, but it will set fans back $99 to buy it, and we imagine only the most dedicated fans will pay this amount for a shirt and a piece of paper. This month, Scott Steiner was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, something that fans never thought they'd see. After all, Steiner's comments about WWE, especially Triple H and Stephanie McMahon, have been less than savory ever since his departure from the company in 2004. Leaving in August that year while out with an injury, Big Papa Pump reflected on his stance against WWE for years, as he told the Detroit News, "You gotta let it go, you can't harbor all the bad feelings, you gotta grow up." Scott also discussed his transformation during his time in WCW, as while in the company he became the jacked-up bleach blonde Freakzilla fans know today. "I knew I had to go in a totally different direction, so I just totally flipped the switch. In amateur wrestling, you didn't really talk too much trash. Wrestling is a humbling experience. If you get too big, you'll get beat. So I had always had that mindset. But after a while, once I saw everything in the business, the politics, I had a totally different mindset than when I broke in. I had a whole different attitude, it was more of a rage, and that's what came out." Now, Scott and his brother Rick are Hall of Famers, and Scott's nephew Braun Breaker is a two-time NXT champion. And after years of bad blood, don't count out Big Papa Pump having more appearances in WWE. And we're ending today with Vince McMahon, who, for all his success in wrestling, has come up with some questionable gimmicks. One gimmick that got over with fans in the mid-90s was Goldust, the bizarre androgynous catsuit-wearing alter ego of Dustin Rhodes, but this wasn't what Vince McMahon once had in mind. Speaking about the AEW star, former WWF writer Vince Russo revealed one of McMahon's suggestions that never made it to air in an interview with Sportskeeda. He wanted Dustin Rhodes to be the naked guy and just run around in a one-piece flesh outfit, so he would look like he was naked. So he would come up with stuff like that, and you're not going to say, "Vince, that sucks." You're going to say, "Really, Vince? You sure you want to?" You had to know how to approach him in a very respectful manner. Interestingly, this may not be the most bizarre idea for Goldust, as Rhodes himself has said he once pitched to get breast implants as part of the character's mystique, but fans can now catch Dustin Rhodes, thankfully wearing clothes and with a flat chest, on AEW's programming. Well guys, that's our news for today. Please share your comments below. Also hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to receive all notifications. And as always, thanks for watching.